There is a One Piece joke I like to say here, but I think that's a spoiler. So let's just say this manga has spoiled One Piece. Alone in the street, somehow, there is impending danger on the way. Not unless Deku stops Gento from stepping forward to UA and create an unnecessary chaos for his friends. Not only is it time to put a stop to Gento's plan, but it's also time for Deku to showcase his long-range attack. For what it was an enjoyable chapter that reveals Gento's quirk, Deku's motivation, and the battle still left in question on whether Gento will be stopped or not. A few nitpicks to begin with. I don't want to say they are considered negative just yet, but it sort of confused me if we were to trail back in the last chapter. I was convinced that Deku didn't want to call the cops or anyone because it would put an end to the festival immediately. That will be fine, albeit need to reinforce it for plot purposes down the road. However, this chapter reflects Deku's choices as it more or less negate the old claim. It's ironic that at least Kohi does answer the question of calling police, yet it undermines the fan interpretation that would make the last moment subtly kind. It's like you trade for one for another and both have their double-edged sword to take. It reminds me of an old chapter, whereas it felt like it has a deep meaning, only to find out that wasn't a focus, in which kind of downplayed the impact. It's not about what I want, it's about what the series could have benefited greater. On top of that, I find it hard to believe that it is purely ghost town in the street. You would think they would have some security down the road for something eventful. I know the store clerk is there, but that's negated since Deku don't want anyone involved, assuming that is. On the other hand, this is a real nitpick of mine, so I am only questioning and not taking the point off for a possible sin of the writing. I suppose whatever makes Deku being the sole focus of this conflict, and that's fine. The battle is about to set as Gento informs La Brava to start recording here and don't stop at all costs. The plan has changed, and because the fact he did detail in the older chapter, it made me rethink that he could in fact lose here, because as the old saying goes, never make a plan. It would never go your way. I can't be wrong, since he could record his victory over Deku, but the flag is high as a character that is about to confess love early in the show. Expect doom. It's amusing that Gento has the courtesy to pull an intro to himself for the camera, while Deku is about to get ready to kick ass. Maybe he is aware of the law that no one interrupts anyone until they strike. It's a bit strange that the fight is meant to be taken serious, with Deku looking serious tone angry, while they are acting comical with their silly antics. It's probably because of Deku's reaction and the atmosphere that confused me. In any case, there is a funny panel of Deku charges in, and his face gets stretched, or not. Gento's quirk is finally revealed, and it is elasticity. Gento explains the ability out loud like a Bleach character, that whatever he touches, it will become rubber or elastic to be precise. The interesting part is that he can touch the air and make it happen, hence why Deku looked like his face got stretched. That is fitting to his characteristic in terms of tone. It's weird how those four heroes earlier got defeated by that, but if Luffy could make it great, Gento could as well. I would admit I sort of head scratch because it is practically anti-CQC, as in close quarter combat, which I predicted sadly. So that would mean far range attack is the key. Oops. Deku gets sprung up and Gento and La Brava make their escape. Gento is very determined to achieve his glorious moment. Early in the chapter, La Brava was building up on trying to remember who Deku is. It finally clicks and remembers him from the sports festival. Well, thank you, episode 10. I was hoping that she was going to bring up the raid in the last arc since Deku was seen visibly taking out Overhaul. I assume that awareness from that moment doesn't have any credibility. It got Gentle worried though, so you should try to lower your expectation. The highlight of the chapter to me is the series of flashbacks that motivates Deku to strike back. While I would prefer those moments to happen before the battle, it is neatly tied in with the collection of the sparking eyes of joy. For instance, Eri is looking forward to Deku's work at the festival, nearly pulled a complete smile. She is close to completing her character development. Jiro doesn't feel as shy as before, rather energetic. Not only she is encouraged to perform, but she also got her habit into the mix, which she doesn't feel as embarrassed as before. Now she is proud of her work and contribution with the friends. All in all, the collection of flashback is a nice scene that shows the tender side of the people. I know it's another case of make you feel bad whenever something goes wrong, but I do want them to get their job done though. Sure, I want them to do action, and sometimes their focus feel like afterthought to Deku's focus, excluding Eri of course. But for what it is a nice added points to the arc. I do like the build to Deku's new move, Delaware Smash Air Force, as it was displayed as a prominent moment. The artwork of the panel shot with him setting up is really good, and the attack looks simple but effective. To me, that is already a sign of Gentle's downfall, despite that it's not that strong. It is good move to use against someone who won't let anyone get close. Well, I did predict this, so why not? It ends with Deku's determination from his friends to defeat Gentle before he ruins everyone's joy. You probably think of fairy tale at this point. Well, first of all, don't compare it. This series must remain perfect in every way, as a fan will put it at least. Second, it's early to see where this goes, so don't jump to the conclusion just yet. So he charges right at him to the construction site as the chapter ends, with La Brava looking ready to ignite the fall of Gentle, remembering his old words that moved her. If anything, that should be loud enough for anyone to hear to call for help, right? I mean, steel beams, whatever they crash to. The chapter was enjoyable. The battle is a bit strange as it technically has the high ground, low ground, step-by-step process, which is not my preference in combat. Because you start with Gentle showing off his move, and then you got Deku showing off his move. I wonder what's next. The battle isn't over, so perhaps a solid choreograph will appear next. The artwork is pretty good at least, as well as some of cool shots. I do like the color pages as well. The battle has shown signs that this may end here rather than another round, but you never know. It all lies on Deku and his strengths of friendship. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. See that how Gentle is being pushed back by Deku is still undetermined if Deku will lose here and Gentle will proceed as planned. It is somewhat intriguing, I'll give him that. I don't know if the plan to have Deku beat him right here, right now, would be a good idea, but I'm still holding to my prediction from the last chapter review, because if it goes to the way I think it goes, like the one I just mentioned just now, that seemed rather strange, but we'll see. Maybe there will be a surprise, and I would like surprises once in a while, so here's hoping there is something for it. What do you think of the chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.